Hi everyone, it's Regan Pike from Macdonald Realty and welovekits.ca. Today we're going to be talking about how important is price when listing your home or condo. Just over my left shoulder, you can't, I don't know, can you see the sign? Maybe not. Anyways, there's a sign over there, and unfortunately for the owner and the realtor, for both of them, it's been on the market for 12 months. They've had 4 price reductions. And 12 months, I mean, that's a long time. So, you know what, price is critical. I was reading a stat the other day, and it said 95% of marketing a property is the right price. And I'm not quite sure if it should be that high, but you know what, it's very important. I mean, that's prime example A right there. So you know what, one of the things you want to do is, and as a retailer, as a consumer, you don't have access to the same information as we do. So when you're looking at what price you should be listing at, you've got all this information that you have access to, but it's list price. So the neighbor next door is selling the property for 2.5 million. So you think you should be listing for 2.5 million because you know what, it's apples to apples, it's pretty darn close. The issue is you don't know what that property is going to sell for. So, you know, it could sell for 1.8 million, it could sell for 2 million, 2.3. Hopefully it sells for 3 million and you can list even higher. But that's really what you want to be comparing yourself against. You want to see in the market last 3 or 4 months, you may have to go a little bit farther back, but ideally more recent, what has sold and for what price. And from there, your realtor and you can have a discussion, a decent discussion around a price range for your property. Obviously, there's different tactics we can take. You've probably seen it yourself. I've seen it time and time again. I'm not a fan personally, but you can go low. You can just throw a low number out there and hope that it creates a lot of traffic, a lot of interest, and you get a lot of offers. That's an option. Again, not a favorite of mine. When I've worked with realtors in the past and sold properties, sold my own personal properties, I always try to come up with a good price that was representative of the current market and the value of my property. Again, plus and minus, right? It's a juggling act. You're trying to zero in on where you think the consumer is willing to spend, but if you price it right, you're going to get a lot of interest, you're going to get a lot of traffic, and you're going to get a decent price. So personally, that's always the approach I've taken when I've sold my own properties using a realtor. And when working with clients, that's my preference as well. The other side, and as realtors, we run into this all the time, and that's we meet with you, the homeowner, and you're suggesting a price up here. And again, the price you're usually comparing it against is the list price of other properties in the neighborhood. So again, not a valid price to be looking at. Typically it's higher, right? And you don't want to be starting high because again, that's where they started. They started really high. Unfortunately, the market was shifting a bit, so they got caught in that squeeze. It's a beautiful property. It's got a view of the ocean. It's a 2-bedroom. It's been renovated. It's pristine, and yet because they started high and started, you know, inching down, 12 months has gone by now, and they're still sitting. I don't know about you, but when I'm selling my property, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for the homeowner. I don't want it being on the market for 6 months, 12 months. Like, my God, you know, every day coming home thinking, okay, I got to clean the place again because I've got a showing coming through. It's a lot of work. So when we work with you, we're going to have a discussion, collaborative conversation. We're going to come up with, between all of us, a decent price, a fair price for your property. And then hopefully a few days later, we've got a decent sale price for you. And you can go, oh, thank you. The heavy lifting is done, and we can move on to the next project. So that's just some information I wanted to share with you. If I can give you an analogy though, I mean, when you go to the grocery store shopping and you see certain products, I've seen certain products on the shelves, and you know, it's discounted 50%. Well, the retailer knows that the shelf life of that product's coming to an end. they want to ship it out, right? They want to get rid of it. Otherwise, they've got to throw it in the garbage. So that's what they're doing. They discount it. The same can be said for real estate. If you get caught in that and you're on the market for too long, then unfortunately, the bargain buyers come around. They start lowballing you and offering you lowball offers, even though the property could be pristine and look amazing. So anyways, just my 2 cents. I hope that helps. Give us a call if you're interested in selling, and if you want to talk more about pricing your property, we'd be happy to have that conversation with you. Thanks again. I hope you're out there having a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.